Abby, look, I'm busy right now, but I assure you that we don't have a serial killer in little old Pensacola. You don't need to be part of that speculation. But right now, I need to finish this brief, okay? Abby gave her a face that told Ryan that she'd hurt her feelings by blowing her off. Before she could say anything else, Abby spun around on her heel and left without another word. Ryan shook her head in frustration and returned to the brief. She finished it 15 minutes later, spell-checked it, then sent it to the printer at Abby's desk. Glancing at her watch, she saw that it was 4:45. She would need to walk it across to the clerk's office herself at this late hour. Abby was pulling the brief out of the printer when Ryan walked out and stopped at her desk. Abby, I'm sorry. I know you're upset. You just caught me at the wrong moment. It's okay. It's just that when you live by yourself, this kind of stuff scares you. I know. I live alone too, but we can't let our lives be ruled by fear, you know? Abby stood and handed Ryan the brief. She had tears in her eyes, and Ryan hugged her. It'll all be okay, I promise. Want me to see what I can find out? Abby nodded. Okay, tell you what, why don't you slip out early and beat the traffic? I'll walk this over to the clerk's office. I'm okay, I'll do it, Abby protested. No, you go ahead. I'll take care of it. That produced a small smile from Abby, who then grabbed her coat and purse and switched off her monitor. Ryan noticed Barry Sellers walking by. Hey, Barry, she called out, stopping him. Would you mind walking Abby out to the garage? Barry agreed, and Abby thanked her with her eyes and left. Ryan dropped off the brief and made it home in time for the local newscast at 6 o'clock. She and Mannix sat together on the couch as Ryan switched on the television. In a few minutes, the Channel 4 Eyewitness News began with a somber-looking anchorman seated in front of a digital graphic that screamed, "Murder in Cantonment." Police today were called to the scene of a shocking homicide in Cantonment, he began, and the scene changed to a street view of the Pettigrew house. There was video footage of the house with a crime scene tape all around, a quick shot of the blue lights flashing on the police cars, then a longer shot of the medical examiner's van. The anchor went on to identify the victim as Marie Pettigrew, a 39-year-old office worker, and a picture of Marie appeared on the screen. How awful that this happened at Christmas, Ryan thought. The video switched back to the Pettigrew house, and Ryan noticed Glenn Palmer walk out of the house. The story closed with videotape of Marie Pettigrew's covered body on a stretcher, being wheeled to an ambulance. There was no mention of the victim being tied up or any hint that this was the work of some sort of serial killer. Ryan relaxed a little and picked up her iPhone to call Sam. Hey, babe, he answered. You still at the office? Nope, I'm home. What about you? Still at it, unfortunately. We have the Booker closing tomorrow and all sorts of fires burning. Did you hear anything about this homicide out in Cantonment? Just that there was one. Why? Nothing, other than Abby said that Banning was called to the scene, and the courthouse gossip was that the woman was tied up like some sort of animal. Rumors are starting to fly that it's not the killer's first rodeo. Well, you know how that stuff goes. Usually turns out to be nothing. Yeah, I know. The 6 o'clock news didn't mention either of those things. And your point is? Remember me telling you about those murders in Birmingham when I was working with Ashton Baker? What about them? I don't know. It's just that... Sam felt the tension in Ryan's voice. Ryan, he said, what about the murders in Birmingham? What's wrong? The word was that those women were tied up in a special way, like, you know, hog-tied.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.